Let's go to the court now because lawyers for 2020 NDC presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama on Tuesday raised concerns over what they believed was harassment of their witness. Dr. Michael Pesa-White, who is Mr. Mahama's second witness, was cross-examined by the lawyers for the Electoral Commission and President Akufo-Addo's lawyers. The examination centered mainly on Dr. White's allegation that the EC chairperson deceived him into leaving the EC strong room to pave way for a declaration of results based on problematic figures. Court correspondent Joseph Akable has the rest of the story.
The petitioner's second witness, Dr. Michael Pesa-White, testified in court on Tuesday. His witness statement was taken into evidence, after which he was subjected to questions from the Electoral Commission's counsel and lawyers for President Akufo-Addo. The cross-examination mainly centered on issues relating to whether or not the EC chairperson did indeed instruct that he goes over and confers with the party's presidential candidate. Beyond those questions from the lawyers, the bench also had some questions to ask. Here is a bit of the interactions between the lawyers and the bench and the witness as well.
You were not present at the commission because you left when you realized that the petitioner had lost the election.
My Lord, that cannot be true, because as at the time we were instructed to go and have deliberations with the petitioner in that room, we had come nowhere close to knowing who had won and who had lost, because the totals as they were coming from the regions had not been put together, and of course there were issues with some of them, so we couldn't have even put the totals together and decided that candidate A or B had won the election. So there is no reason why anybody should believe that we had left because we noticed that A or B was losing the election. Besides, we did not go into that room with a fixated mindset that by all means our candidate must win.
As a lecturer, I believe that when you deliver an official process, you ought to be receipted for. Is that correct?
That is correct, my Lord.
Now look at your document and tell us where it is indicated that it was received at the headquarters or any other branch of the first respondent. Indicate for me.
My Lord, there is no indication of it on the letter.
I am further putting it to you that this letter was generated by you in order that you will hide your failings as an agent of the petitioner in the strong room.
That's not correct, my Lord.
But then, seriously speaking, you did not take your training seriously. No, please.
It's not an appropriate question.
I want to be clear. You've gone to do a particular job. Then, instead of doing the particular job that sent you there, you take instructions from somebody else. Then you leave your job. You see, that's what I want to find out. Then you did not help the petitioner.
My Lord, with respect, His Lordship is entitled to his opinion about what the petitioner did. In terms of factual evidence about what he did and the reasons that he has answered. He has, in terms of, His Lordship can have his opinion. That's his opinion to have, and he can have it as well. But in terms of what the petitioner did and why he did it, he has answered the question. So I don't think he can be harassed with these opinions.
Please, I take deference to that. I am not harassing the witness. It's not my duty to harass him. Well, I know that he has been sent by the petitioner to do a job for him. Then somebody tells you, oh, go to the petitioner and consult him. If the petitioner could do the work, he himself would have been there. That's what I want to find out. But
as far as lawyers for Mr. Mahama are concerned, and the legal team for that matter, they indicate that they are satisfied with the processes so far.
The evidence of Dr. Pesa-White made it abundantly clear that the chairperson of the Electoral Commission on that very day acted in bad faith.
President Akufo-Addo's legal team, however, disagrees.
We are beginning to see clearly that fallacy, at best, is something that cannot stand cross-examination.
The case is back in court on Wednesday, and the main business of the day will be the issues relating to the request that is being made of the Electoral Commission to allow for some documents to be inspected, and the arguments will be taken from the various legal teams related to that particular issue. Reporting for JoyNews from the Supreme Court, my name is Joseph Akable.